What can we take from this story? Okay, first of all, the pilot, the first the first thing to note was that the pilot is how the pilot was treated, um, is what happened to the pilot after taking his video. The pilot didn't breach any security. Um, all he did was take pictures of the airport, inside the airport. Um, and so what we see is a retaliatory, a terror response by the, it's a terror response of retaliation by these government agencies, these individuals inside these government agencies against people for taking pictures. Um, all the pilot did was walk around the airport with a camera taking pictures, and he posted it on YouTube. He didn't breach any kind of security. He just took pictures. That's all. But the retaliation that he faced was designed to instill fear and terror in his heart. Um, and this is the same thing that the brutal, terroristic public screening process is designed to subject the passengers to terror-based, trauma-based conditioning, to instill fear and terror in them. That's the purpose of the TSA, of the people that are running the TSA. That's their goal. Um, and we'll see as we analyze this that what this video proves is that that is their only goal, and that their goal cannot, it proves, and this is why he was retaliated against, because he exposed the obvious truth that the TSA security measures which the passengers as well as the pilots are subjected to are terrorist-based, trauma-based conditioning systems to keep the public, the passengers, in check through terror. And it cannot be, it proves that it cannot possibly be to protect us from Arabs or terrorists of any kind, because his video, his simple, basic video shows is that there is no genuine effort to stop any real terrorists, because the back door, so to speak, of the airports, which is how the service personnel access the aircraft, that back door, as it were, is intentionally left open. And all a terrorist would need to do in order to commit a terrorist act, to place weapons of mass destruction on an aircraft, all a terrorist, quote unquote, would need would be a card that he could swipe, which would gain him access to the area where the aircraft are loaded. What his video showed, and what was so damning, and why he was retaliated against by the TSA and the federal government, along with the locals who are under the control of this federal government, which I believe is under the control of individuals who have infiltrated these agencies. Anyway, all his video revealed is that the TSA screening procedures, which are so atrocious, which are so abominable and inhuman and unthinkable, that the public is being subjected to, including the flight crews, the pilots, and so forth, are not there to stop terrorists. His video proved that, because the back door of the airport has a different, the back door entrance to the airport, so to speak. The back door entrance to the airport is not subject, and personnel entering through the proverbial back door entrance to the airport, which gains them access to the aircraft, those individuals are not subject to the same security measures as the passengers and the flight crews and the pilots entering the aircraft. And this is compartmentalization. The people who work on the flight service crews, the ground service crews, who have access to the aircraft from the tarmac, from the runways, those people go through a completely different security system, regime, system, that is totally compartmentalized from the security system that is over and presented to the public as a conditioning mechanism, much like cattle being corralled. That system is a corralling mechanism aimed at the passengers, at the general public, which includes the pilots and the flight crews, the general citizens of the United States. And his video showed that it cannot possibly be aimed at terrorists, because the terrorists have a backdoor entrance that's intentionally left open to them. But, now here's the key. The key is the card swiping system. So what we have is whoever has a card that they can swipe and gain entrance to the back door entrance of the airport, which is not subject to the same security regimen as the front door entrance of the airport. Anybody who has one of those cards, which enables them to access the back door entrance, one of those little cards is all any terrorist would need to commit, place a weapon of mass destruction on an aircraft. Because the only security measure to access that entrance, the back door entrance, which gains access to the aircraft, is the card, not the physical screening process.